In this lesson, we're going to look at the three different types of brick and mortar strategies, some examples of the types of businesses that show up in each one of these, as well as the primary challenge associated with brick and mortar businesses. So let's go ahead and take a look. As we know, there are 6 local business models, and we're going to be looking at the brick and mortar variants here. The first is what's called single brick and mortar. This kind of business has one storefront, and we see some examples here like a dentist or a retail store, a mom and pop store, restaurants, hotels, etc. There is one location, and for the business to create value, their customers must come to them. That's a single brick and mortar business. Another example of this local business strategy is called the multi-location brick and mortar business. These are identified as chains. Sometimes you'll see with healthcare companies, they have campuses where there are multiple suites within a building or multiple buildings themselves. All of these, again, the customer has to come to the physical location for the business value to be created. And there are potentially multiple different locations where that can take place, all under the same business name. Here's a good example of this. I've pulled up the locations page for Mod Pizza, which is a pizza restaurant that has lots of different locations. But you can see Mod Pizza, the brand name, is located in not just different cities, but oftentimes in multiple places within a single city. So we would call this a multi-location brick and mortar because they don't deliver. The third type of brick and mortar business is what's called multi-practice. The most common examples of this are either legal firms, so lawyers or lawyer practice groups, or medical offices. Think the dentist who has multiple dentists in the same location, or dermatologists that have multiple dermatologists moving or operating out of a single business location. So multi-practice has its own challenges. For example, when you realize that you're working with a multi-practice business, one of the foundational questions you have to ask is, am I building the listing, rank positions, and brand for the business itself? Or am I doing it for each individual practitioner, right? And then you must troubleshoot depending upon which one of those two things is the desired outcome. The other thing that is important to understand about brick and mortar that spans across all of the brick and mortar variants is this issue of proximity. Brick and mortar businesses have the highest opportunity when it comes to local SEO because it fits very well with the strategy of local SEO. That is, I want to physically visit a location. However, the important thing to keep in mind is that they're also constrained by some of the dynamics of local SEO. Here we see a search query that was done for Ballard, Washington. This is a neighborhood in Seattle, and you can see it's defined by this red line. This is how the search engine perceives the outline of all things that are within Ballard, and on the outside of that red line, things that are outside Ballard. So if I'm a business that's located in Ballard and someone conducts a search for a Ballard dentist, and I'm in that, great. If I am in Crown Hill at the top of the page where I'm trying to get my business, right, like people from Ballard maybe use my business, but I'm outside of the actual defined location of Ballard, I'm not going to show up in Ballard searches. And that is one of the challenges with brick and mortar businesses. They're constrained by this aspect of proximity depending upon how people actually query.